What? Close. It's a knee. Yeah, we in here. We in here. I wasn't gonna go live today because I'm tired as hell. But peace, K real. Peace, K real. Hey, send this out for me, K real. Peace. I wasn't gonna go live. I really just woke up, honestly. That's why I'm late. But yeah, we in here. We got like. Hey, don't start that shit today. What? What? You got something on your feet? Ew. It stinks. You give me an hour. We go back to the park, okay? Okay. Yeah, everybody. We're gonna go back into it. Let me share this out real quick. Let me share this out real quick. What is it, Faffy? I gotta send one. What? Ew, it stinks. Hey, somebody send this out to 7 for me, if you don't mind. Yeah, somebody send this out to 7. Oh God, already. What you want, B? Sorry to burst your bubble. You ain't bursting nobody bubble. Yeah, I'ma roll up. Like I said, I just woke up. I just woke up. So let me roll up real quick and yeah, we're gonna get into it. Yeah. I wasn't gonna go live, that's why I'm late. So bear with me. I just woke up. Damn, already. Sorry, B. Hey, I was thinking, what? What you got on your foot? Right here? Ooh, let me see. Nah, it's okay. Okay. We're gonna go get some snacks later. We're gonna go get candy, okay? Yes. Well, before we go pick up your sister, we're gonna go get some candy, okay? You gotta give me an hour though. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I ain't prepared worth a damn right now. I'm trying to find my charger, roll up, and we're gonna be good. Uh, let the room fill up a little bit, and we gonna get in this. There's only like 20 pages, so we gonna crush it today. We're gonna read all 20 pages, and tomorrow this weekend. What's today? Thursday, right? Yeah, tomorrow this weekend we're gonna crack open a new one. So yeah, give me a second. Let me roll up real quick, and yeah, we're gonna get started. By the way, the YouTube is up. The YouTube is up, and I changed the name to make it easier. The YouTube name is Bass Got Books. I said I wasn't coming to your lives anymore because y'all don't know how to treat me. Hey, what I do? What I do? Here we go. Here we go. Grouping people. What I do? Pina. What is it? There's nothing you can do. It's a cut. You can't fix that. Quit peeling it. But yeah, Bass Got Books officially up on YouTube. Check me out. I changed my name from Real Fat Bass Day just to make it simpler. Bass Got Books on YouTube. I actually got the first 5 episodes of season 1 posted already. So yeah, that's why I'm tired. I stood up late trying to like get them up there. But yeah, Bass Got Books on YouTube. What? I can't do nothing about it. You cut yourself on your foot. Want to go outside? You're gonna have to give me an hour, okay? It's still cold right now, okay? Yeah, folks. Yeah, this is Bass here with Bass Got Books. Yeah, about 3 minutes. Peace, Nicole. Peace, Nicole. About 3 minutes. We're gonna dive deep into this. The rest of this book. Like I said, it's about 20, 30 pages left, and we're gonna do all of them today. So go on and make you a fresh cup of coffee if you got it. Go on and roll up the trees if you got it. Go on and take your morning poop if you need to. Cause yeah, we getting in here. I'm gonna try to save the request for the end of the show. Cause like I said, I'm really trying to finish this book here. Yeah, peace, seven, peace. And if y'all haven't already, go follow my backup pages. I'm at 800 on one of my backup pages, so that way I can talk my crap on that other page, and this one leave strictly for knowledge, so I don't get blocked. What? I got a surprise for you. Okay? I got a no. You leave those alone. I got a surprise for you. You ready? Yeah, but everybody, go follow me, subscribe, like, turn the notifications on. Oh, that sounds weird. But yeah, go subscribe and like my YouTube. Subscribe, follow, share, like my YouTube. In case you missed any episodes of Bass Got Books, every day, every episode will be posted on YouTube that same day. Paper. That's paper, Faffy. It's not a book. It's paper. Yes, draw. Go sit in your chair. You're welcome, baby. You, yeah. I'm rolled up. Got my water. Got the baby drawing. So we in here. What what Slick Rick said when he started reading that story? Here we go. Once upon a time, not long ago, when people wore pajamas and lived life slow. But yeah, here we go. Um, nah, I ain't a professor. Nah, I ain't a professor. I'm not a teacher. I'm just a student who loves to share knowledge. Keep coming. What? Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. But yeah, season one, episode I think we on six. Season one, episode six of Bass Got Books. I want to thank everybody for being here. You know, thank you for the likes so far. Thank you for the shares. Thank you for the gifts, Los. And most of all, thank y'all for giving me the time to, stretch that brain out a little bit. But as always, as in the last couple of days, we've been in this book right here, Terra Infinita. Um, yeah, let me see. We got like a couple of pages. We got, what is that? Look, we got 20 pages, and we in there. Here we go. Yeah, I try to. No, I haven't even started. You den, the den, you good? We ain't even started. We actually about to start right now. I made it just in time. The bell just rung. But yeah, here we go. What? Oh, that's beautiful. Roll up, pull up, get some coffee if you got it. But here we go. Season one, episode six. Bass got books. Terra Infinita. Nos confunden. They confused us. And always remember, don't argue with Bass. Argue with your mammy. But yeah, chapter 23, humans, giants, and custodians. The Great War of the Last Reset. Hey, hey, Los, man, appreciate the polls and my names and stuff like that, man. That shit is fire to me. Yes, Spank the hoe. What? Spank the hoe, I'm live because you commented, where the hell you at with these books? So I had to go live for you. What? You want more paper? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Good job. All right. Well, peace. I got you. It says the Great War started so fast that there was not even time to understand what was happening. The custodians attacked the big cities, as they always do. They go directly to the central power to weaken everything from its cores. The giants warned in their visit to the humans that the custodians had the plan to contaminate the air that was breathed here in this world's surroundings. It was already known about other continents beyond the domes, but not in great detail. Neither was it certainly known about the custodial greed and hostility. All this knowledge that we acquired with time and help of the giants was largely drawn from the information the custodians had prior to the Great War. Another inferior race was in control of these lands, and this was used to develop all the potential we could reach in the shortest possible time. Incredibly organized plans were carried out. Everything worked like a great clock. The advance, the advancement of the Great Tartary was not done overnight, but neither was it long in terms. Huh? No, you got 5 sheets of paper. There's no way you drew all that. Go. You want to go outside later on today? You better be good. It says another inferior race was in control of these lands, and this was used to develop all the potential we could reach in the shortest possible time. Incredibly organized plans were carried out. Everything, um, shit, everything worked like clock, like a great clock. The advancement of the Great Tartary was not done overnight, but neither was it long in terms of time in these beautiful but terrible lands. The walls did not exist back then. The continents were different, although they did not change by much. They manipulated their lands, their climate, their environment totally in the new beginning. They were never going to admit that they came close to losing their best colony, let alone in the hands of the giant barbarians, as they call them, and the humans they really detest. And this is a sketch of ancient map depicting the no lands before the last reset. Oh my fucking god, that is us. That's America. Look at it. That's America. You see the Gulf of Mexico. That's the Gulf of Mexico right there. That's Florida. They go to the Caribbean. So this is South America. Yeah. This has to be Africa. That's Europe. That has to be like what's that shit off the coast of Africa? Um, you said this is Asia. See, I thought this was Asia because look at all the islands down there. So I thought that was Asia, and that would be Africa, and that would be Europe right here. Because that's clearly the United States. Like, let me turn the camera. That's clearly the United States. But you see, uh, I know y'all have heard hundreds of scholars say, well, this place used to be luscious green. Well, cold is abnormal to the earth. I know y'all have heard people say that because we in the same lives. So I know y'all have heard people say that this place used to be green, luscious lands. How there wasn't no cold here. Peace, sister. Peace, Ashanti. Come on now. But if you want to be serious, the supercontinent is called God Gondwana. I heard. Let me write this down. Let me write this down. For those of y'all that don't know, I always keep a book whenever I'm reading or whenever I'm listening to somebody lives. I always keep a yeah, that is beautiful, but you're not gonna keep using my computer paper. I'll give you two more sheets, okay? Actually, I'll give you this here. That's 12 sheets. You're welcome, baby. Make it beautiful, okay? And draw me a picture so I can hang it up, okay? But yeah, that's the and like I said yesterday, my Spanish is a little bit rough, even though that's my first language. Actually, I want to say this real quick. It's crazy because I grew up being spoke being spoken to in Spanish. I grew up speaking Spanish. That was my first language. But I have been so Americanized. My Spanish is horrible. So that goes to show you, like, in one generation, we can easily lose our language in one generation. Like I said, English is my second language. I did not grow up speaking English, but um, yeah, here it says Terra Infinita, but it says previo al último reseteo. So before the last reset is what that is. Then it says, let's see, yeah. Ganar. So this guy that writes this book, he got a YouTube channel and an Instagram channel. They confused this in Spanish, but yeah. Oh yeah, thanks. I can't find my pencil that I usually use. My girly pencil. Somebody done got me, so I had to use something else in my hand real quick. But yeah, I just wanted to go back where it says, "Let alone in the hands of the giant barbarians." Oh, you. Oh wow! Come on, get it. Oh, good job, Piss Pot. You peeing a lot in the potty. But yeah, when it says barbarians, and you know, they call a specific type of people, you know, a barbarian. There's even, the Barbary Moors, you know. So I wonder where this word really comes from. Does it come from giants? Does it come from God? Does it come from the Moors? But where does the word barbarian or Barbary come from? Because barber and Berber, damn near the same words. I think about it. You got Tartar, Barbar, and Berber. Come on now. Come on now. Yes, I put some bluey on for you. Don't put it on the floor though. So yeah. So who are the giant barbarians? Dewey's right here. Dewey's right here. Yeah. Who are the barbarians? The giant barbarians at that. What? So I'm gonna write that word down, barbarian, and I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check these dictionaries to see um, how many different definitions of barbarian can I find. Because not only does Bass got books, but Bass got dictionaries too. Spanish to English, Latin. Bass got books. Bass got books. Yeah, here we go. Uh, Before we get into that one, the destruction of the great cities. If y'all pay attention to Los's live, uh, y'all hear him say, Los Angeles, LA, Chicago, New York. Those were big, like, energy cities. And I know Atlanta and LA, I think they're on like the 33rd parallel, on the grid that we live on. So we gotta keep making these correlations. Look, the destruction of the great cities, the fall of an empire. Los talk about it all the time. Pancho, you know we don't speak Russian in here. Give me 1 second, y'all. The baby keep looking at her foot. I think she's stepping something. Give me 1 second. Nah, she good. Them little ass feet just fucking stink. Good lord. Oh my god. You can use that vinegar for cucumbers. Pancho, chill. You know we don't speak that Russian language in here. But yeah, give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 minutes. Um, I'll do you a doozy. I'll let you read forward real quick. Yeah, children are amazing. Hey, this one thing somebody can call me ugly, big, dumb. There's one thing somebody cannot say about me is I don't take care of my baby. You can say anything you want to. That's the only thing you can't say is Bass don't take care of his baby. What? Yeah, turn it off, flip it down. Huh? But yeah, I want to thank everybody for joining me on season one, episode 6 of Vast Got Books. Um, uh, I'm also now on YouTube after being peer pressured. So yeah, you can find me on YouTube, Bass Got Books. Um, if you would go look at my TikTok profile and look at my bio and add my other two pages and add my other two pages. The one that says Real Fat Bass X4. I only need 200 more followers so I can go live. So just in case they block me, I'll still be able to read. So if you would just go follow me on my other pages, so we never skip a beat. No, leave them light switches on. But yeah, Bass Got Books on YouTube, Real Fat Bass X4, or Real Fat Bastard on TikTok, and that's two S's, Bass Tard, Real Fat Bass Tard, and not Real Fat Bass is also me. 2, 3, woohoo! But yeah, if y'all don't follow my other pages already, go on and follow me. So in case I get blocked, because you know how I joke around on here. In case I get blocked, you can I can still go live. But yeah, about 3 more minutes, and we're gonna continue. Like I said, I got about 20 pages in this book, and we gonna read all of them today. I'm not trying to be on here long today because I told you I'm tired. I didn't get much sleep last night, but yeah, we're not gonna blow through it, but we're gonna read through it if that makes sense. And then whenever somebody want to come up here, say something real quick, feel free. And we all get about a minute and a half, 2 minutes to talk. So everybody get a chance to talk, and then we move on. But actually, I do. Let me do us one better. I'm gonna read off screen real quick. But I don't want nobody to see my big belly, so I gotta put that up real quick. All right, it says the destruction of great cities, the fall of an empire. The great cities were invaded by black smoke. The giants brought technology and taught the humans in Tartary. The level of technology that was used at that time had never reached the hands of humans. It was a difficult process, but they were achieving really great things. Just the Great War came by surprise. Although they expected it, they did not think it would come so fast. Then the Great Flood and different attacks. Then came the Great Flood and different attacks. There came a time when we knew all was lost. The custodians were weakened, and those in power The Greys, who were their lackeys, could not cope with the power of the Anakim, the giants who helped the humans with their technology. And if we go back to, give me one second, give me one second. If we go back to this book, because Bass got books. If we go back to this book, it says the same thing about the Anakim, that they've helped the humans on several occasions. Leave that stuff alone. Put it down. Come on. It says the giants who helped the humans with their technology. There are several races of giants, and not all of them joined in this war. In fact, many of them split later because they did not agree to help. They saw it as a certain defeat. So you see that. You see that. Other giants, other giants, other giants pretty much like let go of other races of giants. You see how that is? You see how united how united these Anakim giants want it to be? Oh, we going into war. And even though it's not my war, let's just say hypothetically, even though it's not my war, let's just say it's Los's war, right? Los go to war, I help him because he's also a giant. And let's just say hypothetically, you're gonna like this joke. Let's say hypothetically, Moore's master teacher doesn't help us. Los turns around, kicks Moore's master teacher out. That's how that shit works back then. Don't scream because I don't answer you. You wait. You wait till I finish talking. But yeah, so let's say if I have a war going on, Los is a giant. Los helps me. Moore's master teacher, another giant, but don't want to help. So at the end of the war, Los turns around and says, "Yo, you got to go." Pretty much. That's pretty much what the book just said. And I know y'all like that. I know y'all like that little comparison right there. Y'all tap the screen. Ain't no way I don't have 5,000. Ain't no way I don't have 10,000, let alone 5,000 likes. Ain't no way. We just listening. Tap the screen. Don't send me no gifts because I blow them bad boys on different lives. But you can if you want to, but just know it's gonna go somewhere else. But I'm a screen tapper. I like tapping, so please do me a favor and just tap that screen. It says at that time, at that time, the hope of being able to defeat them was latent, and that filled the spirit of any person who lived on this soil. The feeling that generates to finally be free is priceless, and sometimes the dimensions of what is taking place is not taken into account. That war was the cruelest that has happened here. So when they say the Great Wars or the Great War, I wonder if they're talking about like the Soviet War, World War I, or World War II. Because they keep saying the Great Wars. So the Great Wars would be translated into the World Wars. You see what I'm saying? So I wonder if the Great Wars is World War I, World War II, and then the Soviet War. And then if you listen, it says like war never stops, right? Who's always in war too? The states. You can't put that in there. That's not how it works. Oh yeah. It says that's not how it works. You can't do it like that. It says it is also brought with it a great retaliation and a reset and a different beginning. What is being carried out at this moment? The system that oppresses you and turns you into a robot with mere biological functions. The spiritual emptying, how your mind is controlled, which does not stop for a second to give you messages and messages so that you cannot enjoy the present. All this is all this is a product of that custodial fear of losing your best colony. What? Of losing your best colony. Of losing your best colony. Unfortunately, give me a cup. Unfortunately, the ancestors carry that, and the giants too. For that, and for many other reasons, different plans are being carried out to free you and end once and for all this macabre system under which you live. Many will ask, how is it that we can give all this valuable and at the same time dangerous information if it falls into the wrong hands? Your answer is that we can give this kind of information because the majority simply will not believe it. And what we say here today will be forgotten by the majority tomorrow. It is like when someone has some kind of different experience with whatever race, for example, the story about my father and the lands where I was born. But it is different if the government of this world, with all the mass broadcasting apparatus, tell a lie. For example, that the sky you see every day is pink. Then many will come out to repeat what? You're sitting in the chair. To repeat it and even fight to death with anyone who says that the sky does not have that color. Even more, if important scientists who have graduated from distinguished universities come out to say that anyone who argues that the sky is pink will be labeled as ignorant forever and possibly affect him all his life, then you already have two things against you. The immense power of the word hush. Yes, I'm making you a drink. The immense power of the word of the great media that are controlled and that enter every home around the world. And also, you have the word of confidence in quotation marks of the great scientists of the best universities that will give the necessary strength to submerge the majority to a lie that will be taken as absolute truth. Hush your mouth. That will be taken as absolute truth. Soon, nobody will even discuss about this subject for fear of being cataloged as ignorant. Some will not even want to look at the sky for fear that their own mind will tell them that it does not have color. To say that they say, my bad. That if I don't answer her, she'll just keep saying daddy until I like eventually answer. So my bad. I had to get on that real quick. 'Cause she, but y'all hear that? Who's that sound like? Who's that sound like? What? Um, I got you some good drink. I got you some spicy water, some sparkling water. Um, okay. I got, I got you some sparkling water. But don't that sound like them Pan Africans or them NAs? How it said like we've been mass manipulated. What? We've been we've been mass manipulated by the media, and that shit comes on all day. Then we go to school, and it's the same manipulation. Then we turn on the radio, and it's the same manipulation. Hey, here, go watch Bluey, and it says, "You're welcome, baby." Then it says, if the government of this world with all the mass broadcasting apparatus tell a lie, for example, that the sky you see every day is pink, then many will come out to repeat it and even fight to death with anyone who says that the sky does not have that color. Even if more important scientists who have graduated from distinguished universities come out to say that anyone who argues that the sky is pink will be labeled as ignorant. Come on now. Who the fuck does that sound like? That sounds like these people that, just regurgitate the shit that we learned in school. That outside of school, they've never picked up a book that doesn't fall into the narrative. See, that's the thing about me. Whether or not it fits my narrative or not, I'm still gonna read it. You see what I'm saying? That's the difference. Some people only read shit to fit their narrative. Not me. Baz gonna read everything because Baz just got books. And who knows if Baz got the right book? There's only one way to know. It's to read it. Oh, give me 1 second. Let me go back on screen. Where is it at? Oh Lord. I'm having trouble with the little pinche. Give me 1 second. I'm weak. Yeah, I'm gonna order me a little book stand. I'm gonna order me a little book stand today. It's $10 on Amazon. Well, fuck it. Yeah, we're gonna. And they the chip bag clips. Um, it says uh, a few others will fight against this lie without caring what they are. Come on now, we see this every day. A few others will fight against this lie without caring what they are told, or that they will be ostracized from many places, or they will not even be allowed to talk about the subject with a simple censorship. Now, does that not sound like this app? This is nothing new to you. Look around you right now. This is this is what this is what is happening. If you do not do or say what they impose, or simply what the media reports, or what the distinguished expose, then you will be labeled as someone who is on the opposite side of progress or advancement or development of humanity, with many quotation marks. Possibly, you would be ridiculed, attacked, sidelined, or even branded as a traitor, or many other things. This is certainly unfair. The shadow controlling parasites who want total human degradation in conjunction with spiritual hollowing out can label each other, can label another with their great means of influence and coercion, and thereby destroy them completely. That is why we keep coming back to these lands and will continue to be here to fight against this dangerous conditioning they exert. You see that? So don't be shit. Don't be scared if you see some of these don't be scared if you see some of these creatures. Hell, if you've been with me on Bass Got Books since the first episode, then you'll know like some of these people, some of these what you would call alien creatures are actually here to help us. Hell, the one it seems like to me the ones that everybody is claiming is actually the bad one. You see what I'm saying? Everyone claims to be Anunnaki, but don't even know the Anunnaki might be the bad people. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy? So now, since you joined me on Bass Got Books, now you can help these young kids out that keep thinking they're Anunnakis. Now we can put them on the real knowledge, because that was probably some knowledge that needed to come out. But at that point in time, it was probably misinformation. You know, you know how some of us get when new things come out. We want to be attached to that, and I think that's what happened. I think that information of the Anunnaki came out. They were they had such glorious stories that we wanted to be attached to that story. And then now that we got all these other books coming out, now we know that them really ain't our people. They could be mixed in with us, but they not our people. They don't fuck with us. We in this situation because of them. This is a doozy. Peace, Sasha. Peace, Sasha. This is a doozy. This is a doozy. I don't have 10,000 likes. I'm dropping this knowledge, and you mean to tell me I don't have 10,000 likes? Come on now. We got to get better than the day before. Yesterday I have what, 30,000 likes? Ain't no way we're gonna go from 30,000 to 10,000. That's a backtrack. That is a backtrack. It says the last resets in the known land. Again, we just read about Tartaria. We've done seen maps from different time periods that show Tartaria on the maps. So let's pay attention to this because we know we've done had a reset, whether it was in 1898, like Los always points out, or whether it was before that. This book said that we've had at least three resets. So don't argue with Bass. You know who to argue with. It says, hmm, the first sentence gonna make you think. The previous reset has been the cruelest of all because they were close to losing control. It could not have been otherwise. It is said that there were periods where humans and giants were controlling the situation, but once the four great centers fell. Come on, who was in the four corners of the world? Who was in the four corners of the world? Yes, daughter of the Most High. Don't argue with Bass. Argue with your mammy. You right. Exactly, beautiful goddess. Exactly. We was in the four corners of the world, right? It has even been said that there were periods where humans and giants were controlling the situation, but once the four great centers fell, the millions of deaths left by war, it was difficult to recover. So I don't know if y'all know this. It's a little bit off topic, but every time you seen Ethiopia back in the day, guess what? There was three or four. Every time you seen Israel, there was three or four. Every time you see the word Egypt, there was three or four simultaneously. So while there was an Egypt in South America, there was an Egypt in North America, and there was an Egypt in Africa simultaneously. So at the same time, Fatal Hussein. I hope they don't send me here again. Nah, buddy, it's on you. It's on you to choose your destiny, brother. You gotta think. You powerful. It's not on nobody else to determine your path. It's on you, my brother. It's on you. That's why we read these type of books. You know, if life is about experiencing, learning, raising your vibration, then reproduce and die, then that means it's on you. It's on you. And it says it was difficult to recover. We all knew at one point we had been defeated. My mother has told me so many times this story, which in turn was told by her mother. I already repeated by heart. She was she was only a newborn. Do you understand? They lived in a prosperous world, and suddenly all their dreams were trampled. Many found loved ones who had died next door. Their houses were on fire or had disappeared. They used technology that you would not understand. They could even petrify things or beings. They could even, God damn it. Many found loved ones who had died next door. Their houses were on fire or had disappeared. They used technology that you would not understand. They could even petrify beings. They had already done it in the past. They had to see themselves in a really desperate situation. See, folks, this is why you watch all the lives. This is another reason why it took me a little bit late to come on is if I see someone that I follow and that I respect, I don't go live. So Peanut was live this morning. Y'all know he's a truck driver, so his times are random. So I respect Peanut, so I didn't go live. I let him get I let him have the floor. But then Spankaho and Seven contacted me like, "Yo, where's the books at?" And so I decided to jump on here because I knew he was getting off soon. But yeah, shit, they use technology that you would not understand. I don't even have to say it because we all know who I'm talking about. But let me give a quick promotion. If y'all don't already, go on and follow David Ketsaf. He has 2 pages. Make sure you follow both because this is an area that he digs in deeply. You know, a lot of us have our own lanes. Like we all on the same highway, but we all have our own lanes. You see what I'm saying? And David, his lane is like the Bible, and correlating the Bible with like out of America and using it as a history book. And that damn fasce. And that damn fasce. So yeah, here on Bass Got Books, whenever we get guests, um, I think I'm gonna like I did it yesterday, and I think that was pretty cool. But every time somebody comes up here, I want to give them like a little minute and a half to introduce themselves and to just put themselves on pretty much. So if they have a YouTube, Instagram, blah 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 blah. I'm gonna let them explain themselves for like a minute and a half when they first come up on here. I think that's cool. Like giving people the opportunity to like sell themselves pretty much, like to cause sorry, ain't it? I want to respect everybody. Priest, Nay, let me see. You got any? Yes, you got a girly little emoji. So this is Nay. This is not Foes. That's how I gotta know which one is you. If I see them little stars or little hearts, I know it's you, Nay. But yeah, every time somebody comes up here, I want them to do a little self promotion. I want them to self promote themselves when they come on my panel and get a little minute and a half. And yeah, I think I'm gonna keep doing that. I think I like that yesterday. I like that yesterday. But yeah, where was we at? Okay, it says but yeah, thanks for joining me on Bass Got Books on this Thursday. Thanks for the likes, the shares, the gifts, but most importantly, thanks for giving me your time. This is season 1, episode 6, I believe. Yeah, we're gonna get right back into it. What is it? You want some more, Big Belly? Come on in. Ew. Excuse me. Excuse me. It says, when all was lost, the great flood began. So the flood started after the war. And the only great flood I know of is uh is what? Is what, chat? What's the only great flood you know of? Come on now. They speaking in code. Appreciate the gifts. Appreciate the gifts, Los. Atlantis, Noah. Come on now. Come on now. Is the chat sleeping? Oh, most of y'all at work. I forget. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's exactly where I was leaning towards Noah's the great flood of Noah. But when all was lost, the great flood began, as it is known here, the mud flood. In reality, this happened in different forms, but it dragged everything in its path. It was something of colossal dimensions. Many of the humans that grew up after the last reset used vestiges of these monuments or buildings. Even had even some had withstood the war and the flood quite well. They were resistant to ancestral technology. They were prepared for everything. That is why you will notice that many images of the past do not match the reality that people live. The difference in technology and architect, they mix the history in such a way that it is difficult for you to understand it completely. But at least you will have an idea of how the whole process was taking place. Come on now. I'm telling you, Those said it best the other day. If you close your eyes, oh, I think I'm getting sick. Those said it best the other day. If you close your eyes and just listen to the book, you would think these motherfuckers is describing America or this world. So I wonder when they mean, as above, so below. Well, we know there's no above, right? We know that nothing exists above. So everything's to the side, right? So as here, as across, we can say, um, so whatever happens there, if history keeps repeating itself and the land spreads as time spreads, right? What if we're like, you know, every time a new landmass is created, like the time gets reset. Look, I'm about to confuse myself with that question too. So that sounded worse than Ramses last night. Y'all remember that dude that came up there and was asking all them questions? Give me hey yo, how you mute? Because I really need to blow my nose. This shit is irritating me, and I keep sounding ratchet. Oh, I see it. Wow, I did it. It pays to read. It pays to read. If you read, you'll find out how to mute. That's pretty dope. Um, let's see. The whole process was taking place. The resets, with some difference that existed, at least the ones that I know of, are almost always carried out in the same way. They put a limit of years for the race they are controlling to develop and reach a point of knowledge and technology. They will always try to manipulate reality to reach that point as slow as possible. They take it really as a game. Basically, they will try to pause your spiritual growth and the truth about your origin and your world environment where you are. Clearly, they will never make themselves known, or nor will you have any kind of contact with them, but you will be able to find them in history in several possible ways and forms. When a reset takes place, let's call it natural, considering that the previously established limit of years was reached. They will make everyone over 7 months of age die. This can also be decided in advance, or it would simply be thought of at that moment in meetings of the parasite dome. That's crazy. So they don't kill everybody. They keep the babies so they can restart the colony. It's fucking crazy. So what if this is the reason why none of us look like our ancestors? Like, I mean, I know we look like our seventh generation ancestor, but what if that's why we don't look like any of the people that lived here 20 generations ago or 30 generations ago? No matter who it is. Come on, think about it. I'm Puerto Rican. I don't look like a motherfucking Puerto Rican. I look fucking white. What if that's the fucking problem? That every time this shit gets to a certain point, they reset us and they keep us. And the ones that's like at a little baby age, the ones that's at a little age, they can manipulate and breed them out and do all this shit and create a whole new kind of like race or something like that. Shit is crazy. That is crazy. Hey, now it makes sense why they go missing. What? Say help with her what? No. So Makes you wonder who who Peffrey Pepstein works for, huh? Makes you wonder who Hillary Clinton works for, huh? Makes you wonder. Again, I'm gonna say it again. Cause I don't see no fishing rods with a fish in the chat. I don't see no diamonds in the chat or nothing. Makes you think who Peffrey Pepstein works for, huh? Or Hillary Clinton worked for, or Bro Crichton. Come on now, y'all not appreciating Bass right now. Y'all not appreciating Bass right now. See, that's what we do here on Bass Got Books. We we stretch that brain a little bit. You know, I always believed, we got big heads because we got bigger brains. I've always said that my whole life. Every time somebody say, "Yo, goddamn, Josh, you got a big ass head." Yeah, I got a big ass brain too. You know what I'm saying? This is what we do. We think outside the box. That's outside the box that we're supposed to think out of. If that makes sense. So that's two boxes. Again, we think outside the box of the box we're supposed to think outside of. Come on now. Y'all not appreciating Bass got books. Y'all not appreciating Bass right now. Y'all not appreciating Bass right now. Like I said, Thoth said this shit the other night. And while I was cooking, Thoth and Easy was reading for me. So while I was cooking, I closed my eyes and was just listening to them reading. And I was I said the same thing Thoth said. This shit, every story reminds you of you. And I don't know if I'm the only one experiencing this, but it's like my mind is trying to travel further than my memory is. Like my mind is trying to travel before this current life right now. I don't know if y'all was trying to do that reading these books, but like it seems like my memory is trying to remember a past life. I don't know if y'all shit is doing that right now. I don't know if it might be the bug, but here the past couple of days, I've been feeling like a connection with something else that isn't Bass. Like somebody, like yo, you getting deep in this knowledge. You about to hit some shit that's really about to blow your mind open. And I've been feeling that the last couple of days, but I don't want to sound weird and motherfuckers think I'm schizophrenic or some shit. But anybody else feel like that? Well, come up in seven smoking. So I've been feeling like that for years. Yeah, see, Nicole, see, Auntie
What's
Nicole,
good,
we
bro?
all on that vibration. And like I said it yesterday, hold on, Sam. I said it yesterday. I said, what if we haven't been able to like see certain figures or statues or stuff like that? What if we haven't been able to like open up portals because we haven't dug into this kind of information? You see what I'm saying? Like we haven't reached the frequency to be able to open up portals and see things that we used to see beforehand because we haven't reached into information like this. Does that make sense, y'all? But what's up, Seven?
Yes, sir, it does. But yeah, that's actually a triggers to how you know who you are, right? If you get a bunch of people doing this shit, I swear to God, I'm sorry about the loud noise, but you'll understand human origins if everyone did this same exact thing that you're doing, because it'll differ from the book.
Yeah, I've been feeling like a little connection, like something's telling me, like, like patting me on the shoulder, like this is some information I wanted you to get into a long time ago, and you finally got into it. And I feel like
Yes,
somebody is
bro.
patting me on the shoulder, bro.
If I probably it's probably me because it's like I'm now coming in contact with people who are like now actually starting to get it, bro. And it's hard to have these conversations with people because it's like they'll see you as, like you said, schizophrenic, um, a dreamer, a daydreamer, or whatever, but you're really just tapping into the consciousness of everything around you and within you. And that's how you find out that you're a multidimensional being, not only in this aspect, but many other aspects. And you carry that wisdom over here with you. So yeah, you're doing a good job right now.
Man, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. If you don't mind, you want to give yourself a little mini introduction, let everybody know who you are. Promote your page and stuff like that. Seven.
Oh, sure. My name is Seven. I'm your local mage. You know, I like tapping into the conscious mind, subconscious mind, making everything come together. I have my boy Bass. I love your singing, baby. I do love your singing. But right now, you sound louder than me. That was nice. My daughter loves singing too.
Hey, we got a group right here. We got a duo.
But yeah, everyone follow Bass Got Books. Make sure you should actually make that a page, Bass Got Books. That'll actually be dope as fuck.
I'm probably going to do that to the other page that I'm building. I got 800 followers now, so I need about 200 more, and I'm probably going to do that to that page. Since I don't
Alright,
have no stripes or nothing like that on that page.
alright, that's a bet. Yeah, follow my boy Bass. Everybody follow every page my boy Bass got. Hey man, y'all louder than me. Damn.
Man, I appreciate that, Seven. I appreciate that.
Hold on. Say hi.
Hey, how you
Hey,
doing?
babies.
They about to eat some they about to eat some cereal. I'm really trying to wean them off this shit, but we ain't got enough oatmeal.
Oh, beautiful. Look, I had to check on my daughter. She was too quiet. What? It's Bluey. They going on the airplane.
Oh, I had my daughter stop watching that.
Hey, it's crazy because my daughter acts just like Bingo. To the way she laughs, to the
Exactly.
way she acts. Yeah.
It got so bad that my middle child Ava, she started when they started watching Peppa Pig, I would literally hear this all the time. Daddy, are you okay?
Yeah, my daughter really
I'm
only watched
sorry.
a couple of things like Dino Ranch, Bluey, and this shit called Masha and the Bear. But Masha, she ratchet as fuck too. Oh,
Shoot.
beautiful.
Hey man, if you want your daughter to watch something good, have her watch Between the Lions like how we used to watch. Reading Rainbow and shit.
Yeah, that's a good suggestion.
What you want? Huh? Cars? This? What is that? This? Come up here and point. Come on. My bad.
I love
But
you
yeah,
too, DJ.
Sueño, welcome, Sueño.
Peace,
Everybody,
chat. Peace, live.
everybody, welcome Sueño to the. Hold on, give me 1 second. What, Natalia? Everybody, welcome Sueño to the chat. Yes, Sueño, you
Appreciate
take
that,
you a little
brother.
minute and a half to introduce yourself, promote your page. Well,
Oh, I appreciate that,
Welcome
brother.
back.
I was just coming up here because what you were talking about, like, I feel like my whole life I've been like that. I've always been like the black sheep of my family. I've always thought I was weird, but when you find out what weird means, it's like, I embrace it now. But yeah, man, I don't know, I felt like there was something more to this life. And I've always been in search for that. So when you were reading this book and you and Stephen was talking about that, I was like, man, yeah, it struck something in my soul. It resonated too. You know what I mean? Always felt like there was more. That was all. I appreciate you. I appreciate the knowledge you're dropping, and I love that we're all resonating with each other.
I appreciate the input, so you always welcome up on here, man. And I appreciate you always coming up on here, being the hype man. Like I said, if it wasn't for like you and Los, I probably wouldn't be live. So yeah, I appreciate it, man. Hey, Auntie Nicole, how you doing?
Peace, family. I'm good. How's everybody?
I'm perfect, actually. Thank you for asking.
I just came on here to say that I have been wanting to say for days that the pictures that you see on that book, I have seen that. I had this astral projection one time. It's like I could do it when I was a kid, and then recently I was like, why can't I do it anymore? Why can't I do it anymore? And so when I finally done it, I'm outside, so y'all can ready to hear a car. When I finally done it, I went far, you know what I'm saying? And I realized that, okay, this is what I saw. When I'm gonna say up because it could be up or it could be over. But when I was up or over and I turned around and looked back, when I saw the earth, I saw the entire earth like a disc, and it was like a flat map, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like a globe where I could only see one side where I came from. I knew exactly where I wanted to go when I was up there, but fear set in. And once the fear sets in, when you astral project, you're gonna be back in your body. There's no question about it. But I remember seeing that I was tethered to, I guess, to this land. I remember seeing the tethers at the same time that the fear set in. And it was too late for me to say, okay, I'm not scared. But I remember I was going straight to Zeta Reticuli, and I heard you say that from that book the other day. That's what I want to say.
Yeah, I think that was the Grays or the Orions that were from that the constellation, the Zeta Reticuli.
I have seen those grays, and I have seen, oh God, I have seen like this, the mantis, right? It was like, he, I guess he or she or what thought that I was gonna feel fear when they looked at me. It was so weird. But I didn't. And so we just stared, like making eye contact for a long time. And I'm going to say this, giants are real. I know they're real. I've seen one, and I got confirmation from my 11-year-old granddaughter who saw the giant and described the same giant that I saw during meditation.
Yeah, I watch 560 Johns every year in the NBA. So I absolutely believe there's more taller people than that. Absolutely. But yeah, everyone that was Auntie Nicole, make sure y'all go follow her. Um, she really has a lot of experiences, especially being a melanated woman overseas, and the different kind of information they teach in school and stuff like that. So yeah, um, go on and give Auntie Nicole a follow. But yeah, I'm really trying to get through this book. So if no one else has anything to say, we can continue. And I fixed my clip, so we back in there. All right, well, we're going back in there. I just want to read again what we just read. So it says, when a reset takes place, let's call it natural, considering that the previously established limit of years was reached. They will make everyone over 7 months of age die. This can also be decided in advance, or it will simply be thought of at that moment in meetings of the parasite dome. This is why I said, and I read this shit like 7 times the other day on purpose, where it said there were no leaders. Everyone acted, in unison. So it said their war tactics. I'm trying to like photographically remember it, but it said during war their war tactics didn't work here because when they went to look for a leader, they could find no one. And then it went on to said these people were yet to be defeated in all these years because they had no leader. When leaders were requested, everyone showed up. and that shit that really resonates, with the type of frequency we need to be on, because if these advanced beings could, like, not be defeated, and the Anunnaki and custodians done defeated these other lands hundreds of times each, and this one little measly people that was only 4'5" could that was the only place that could not get colonized, and simply because they didn't have a leader, that was the only difference between them and all other hundreds or thousands of other lands. That was the only difference. They didn't get colonized because they didn't have a leader. Everyone was a leader.
So is that the Ethiopians?
No, we talking about beings maybe millions of years before the Ethiopians. We not even really talking about, when we talking about this place over here, they're not even breaking it down into little countries. They're talking about it as a whole,
Oh
because
yeah, well
we
I mean it
all the
just
same
sounds like
race.
them because they didn't get colonized.
Oh no, they are colonized. Um,
Oh.
yeah, Ethiopia has definitely been colonized. The Oromo language is a colonized language. It's not an original language. Um, their original language would be like a Hamric. So any other language besides like a Hamric, and like maybe like 200 small tribal languages, anything other than that is colonization. You have Arabs in Ethiopia. You have Christians in Ethiopia. And you have Catholics in Ethiopia. And Muslims.
Oh well yeah, that's true.
So yeah, they have definitely been colonized. Maybe there's some tribes that never been intermingled and stuff like that. I could agree to that. I could say that's possible. But as a whole, what's considered Ethiopia now has definitely been colonized. And I think it was by the Italian or the Romans. What? This one? This Bluey? I mean, this Cars? This one? Fire truck? If I'm lying, I'm crying. This one? You just watch this. This? Look, that's what we're gonna watch. We're gonna watch Strange World. Hey, if y'all got kids, y'all should let them watch Strange World. It actually talks about us, but the only thing is they had to hit us with some LGBT shit in the first 17 minutes. That's the only thing I didn't like about that movie. Is the school kid had a boy crush. That's the only thing I didn't like. But it's a good movie. It talks about us. But shit, yeah. No one has anything else to say. Yeah, the flood that my parents and grandparents and all that generation suffered was the same that would have happened in case we had reached the limit of years of development. Only that they initiated this in an urgent way because of the war that had not been unleashed. The last reset in these lands did not reach the time limit that they had established for our development, but we were not far away either, if we consider that when the giants visited and joined us in these lands, they started to educate us about the lands and the life behind this world environment. We started to learn too many things that they considered dangerous. Not to make this answer so long, your babies of 7 months or less than that will be left alive. Not all. They will decide depending on many factors. Those above that age will be blood in catastrophes of different kinds. This world environment is justly manipulated in its entirety by them. Imagine you live inside a greenhouse. You can understand it that way. You can make it bloom or poison it from day one to the next day, or even slowly. Damn, 15,000 likes. 15,000
Um,
likes.
go
How
back,
we do
go
worse than
back,
yesterday?
go back, go back. Read that paragraph again.
Not to make this answer so long, Seven. Your babies are 7 months. Your babies are 7 months or less. That than or less than that will be left alive. Not all. They will decide depending on many factors. Those above that age will be blood and catastrophes of different kinds. This world environment is justly manipulated in its entirety by them. Imagine you live inside a greenhouse. You can understand it that way. You can make it bloom or poison it from one day to the next, or even slowly.
That's deep. For real, that's deep.
Hey, this ain't Bass talking. This ain't Bass talking. Yeah, the custodians and the Anunnaki, unfortunately, has to go. But
Facts.
what's crazy is original Spanker Ho is first, first we must get to the consciousness and the strength and the power to um be the ruler. But we gotta rule with love. Because if we defeat the custodians and the Anunnaki, right? Best believe there's gonna be somebody trying to take their spots. You see what I'm saying? So we have to learn how to lead with love. That way we can teach with love. You see what I'm saying? So that way, everyone, when they see us, be like, yeah, I don't give a damn. I don't, blah, 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 blah. I just know one thing is them humans from regular Earth, they got to be the leaders. Because they look at how advanced they done got in 200 years. Look at how smart they are. Look at how loving they are. Look at how much they done developed in the last 200 years once they defeated these negative people. You see what I'm saying? First, we have to get there. You see what I'm saying? So we, our people, our types of people, can prevent the next catastrophes, the next wars, the next bullshit that happens. What? Oh, that's beautiful. What you draw? Trees? Huh? That's beautiful. Let me pull the legs up. Come here, let me help you. You see what I'm saying? Original spec. Oh, like it's like regardless of how anybody think. There you go. It's a table now. Regardless how anybody think, we've been living through it. That's the best way. That's the best way to put it. We actually been living through everything we've done heard in this book. During Bass got books, your daily morning, your daily morning book reading to help expand your brain. But yeah, if you've been listening to this book, everything describes us. Is what's crazy. No matter what lands, no matter what people they talk about, it's describing us too. So yeah, we definitely been living through all this shit, and there's a reason why this information is coming out, and you got people like Bass, and you got people like Seven, and you got people like Sueño or Miss Nicole or Los. You got David, you got Opium, you got Rashad, you got Godly, you got Goddess DC. You got Patience, you got Pen, you got Ashanti, you got Evergreen, you got Rise of the Moors, you got Moorish Lighthouse. See, the names go on and on. The names go on and on. I could do that. I could do that 3 hours right there. What? Oh, that's beautiful. Well, you can't stand on that. Yes. Yeah, like we've been living through it. That's why we got these. Oh shit, my bad. Those. The baby was yelling. He was next. We got people like Those and Capri and what? Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, we got a strong team. What? 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 You whispering in my ear? What? Huh? What? Huh? Okay. Okay. We're gonna go outside in a second, okay? Whoa, be careful. Yeah, y'all heard her whispering in the mic. Hey, breath stank too. Breath stank like a mug. What? Quit being silly. You just want attention. I smell good. Thank you. Oh, oh, oh. You choking the saliva? I smell so good. Oh, you trying to play me for some drink? I see it in y'all. Here you go. But yeah, they go the new chapter. We're gonna get into. Like I said, we got 9 pages. We about to fly through them. But thank you. There you go. All right, get down off of that. That's not a stool. That is a drawing board. We're about to go outside, okay? Make sure you pee pee cocky toilet, okay? Okay. But yeah, everybody, season 1, episode 6, Bass Got Books. You can find me on TikTok every morning. About 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. I was late today. I'm tired. But yeah, everything that I do here, you can find me on YouTube. I finally got a YouTube. Did it last night. That's why I'm so tired. I stood up. Uh, a couple of people asked me where can they find my old episodes. So shit, I put them on YouTube. Bass Got Books. Bass Got Books on YouTube. So we got 50 people. I would hope I will be honored um, if in an hour I had 50 followers or subscribers on YouTube. That would be dope. Oh, 52 for the 2 new people that joined. Bass Got Books on YouTube. Check me out. But yeah, we got about 10 more pages and we're going to fly through them. Appreciate it, Spanker It says, The Continuing Journey of William Morris. Again, this book is written by his daughter who was born on the other side of the wall. So my father returned to these lands, to the lands where he was born. He longed day after day, planning over and over again how he could return to help those he considered he had left behind, his brothers, as he referred to them, knowing this great and painful truth was killing him every day. Imagine knowing that your brothers were dying in their your brothers were dying in a veritable hell of wars, manipulation and pestilence, and that nothing you could do on the other side where your life was also in danger. For by then the keepers had begun to attack the lands beyond, which until that time had been kept silent. Not only that, but the custodians had encountered a great city of giants and giant humans. Notice the difference. Notice the difference. They've did that 7 times. They've did that 7 times. They've differentiated between giants and giant humans. So, and they already told us beforehand that they've helped us a lot and we've intermingled with them. So there's not just giants but giant humans. But not only that, but the custodians had encountered a great city of giants and giant humans who were not only traitors to them and therefore deserving of the worst punishment. By all accounts, the Anunnaki did not decide to take part in these attacks, and the custodians were quickly expelled from our lands. The technology by then quite advanced, thanks again to the help of the Anakim. Hold on. Here on Bass Dot Books, we don't show one source. We show multiple sources. So this is a good depiction of what the Anakim will look like. The giants or the giant humans. Peace, Tanya or Tanya, 222. But yeah, here on Bass Got Books, we cross reference. You know, we shout out people. We give everybody respect here, and we give everybody shine and and shout outs over here. That's what we do over here. But it's again, it says this surprised the custodians who returned to the known lands with the fear of the possibility of losing them. They then tried to reinforce the walls with all the technology and military possible. If y'all have seen the Black Panther and Wakanda Forever, you remember that digital type of wall that they had that was pretty much clear, but it was a defense mechanism. And once that ship or that shuttle approached it, it opened, and it was the same view. But imagine, like, that's the type of shit that we're talking about is shit like that. Like, think about it. They're telling us like technology that's so advanced is 3,000 years from from being available here. Think about how advanced we're talking about. So when they talk about, they try to reinforce the walls with all the technology. Come on now, come on now. Let's draw these dots. Let's let's expand these brains. You know what I'm saying? But they tried to reinforce the walls with all the technology and military possible. A time of ridiculous treaties and military bases all over the area was coming to prevent any human being from being able to reach this truth. Now, was that enough to prevent our ships from getting through their bases? And that was a question. Come on now. What does the technology do to us? Luckily, 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 our ancestors were some beautiful, beautiful, smart people, and they love us to this day. Because this is why we read. You see, all the technology and military possible. A time of ridiculous treaties and military bases all over the area to prevent any human being from being able to reach this truth. But you know, with all due respect, our ancestors couldn't let us live like that any longer. Our ancestors could not let us struggle and live like that any longer. This is why we coming into information like this. What? Yes, it's a steering wheel.
Who is respectfully said, telling people to get off this live and receive Jesus into your life?
Um,
Get off that boat.
Sueño got it for me. Hey,
My
Sueño. But you see, he hasn't even been here long enough to even know what the hell we're talking about to be talking. You see, those are people that we have to leave behind.
None of
You see
that
what I'm saying?
disruptive energy.
Like we gotta stop wearing like. There's so much information out here. You know, the Bible says what 144,000. That number seems to be pretty accurate, if you know what I mean. That number seems to be pretty fucking accurate, if you know what I mean. So that's why over here, that's why, I allow everyone to get respect and stuff like that. So when you come in here and disrespect me, my mom's just, take care of you. What you got that clip on your double chin for? You silly. Quit, you're gonna hurt yourself. But yeah, I try to be polite. I try to respect everyone. So when you come in here, we're gonna and block you. But you see, obviously he hasn't been paying attention because you know he would have sit back and realized that we're talking about us. We're talking about what goes on to not only melanated people or American Indians or Moors or whatever we want to call ourselves. We're talking about a whole as human beings. We not this ain't simplified to just one type of people. We're talking about what do they always say? That's only one race, the human race. Well, here you go. This is only talking about the human race. This isn't. This isn't simplifying it down to one people and one person only. So just sit back and listen, and you'll know what the hell we're talking about. But look, hey, see, see, look at this brain wave we on, family. Look at this brave wave we on. Tell me that's not a brain wave. It's almost like every time we talk, or every time we, after every chapter we say something, it's like the next chapter, we write the next chapter. You see what I'm saying? You know how they say everything is like a matrix, so technically we don't know what's on these other pages, right? So technically, whatever we say could literally be thrown on the page, right now, hypothetically. You see what I'm saying? This is crazy. Every time we stop talking, we start talking about the last chapter, and we go in to like talking about what just happened. We always run into the next chapter that describes what the hell would just happened. But yes, you're gonna have to stop yelling over here. Okay? If you want to go outside, you're gonna have to stop yelling. We got 23 minutes. Okay? Mr. Accountability. Um, I am reading out of in the red. It says "nos confunden." Excuse me. It says "nos confunden." That means they confused us. So I automatically had to jump on this. But Extra Infinita. This is 1 out of 3, and you here on Bass Got Books, my daily morning book read to help expand the beautiful minds of my people. So welcome, Mr. Accountability. But
The
yeah,
cover, the cover of that book, y'all, it triggers me so much because when I didn't mean to interrupt you, Bass, but it's just every time I see that cover, it's like when I astral projected, it was like, you know how they show us that little white dots are stars and stuff like that. In my
right.
astral projection, it was like all those little white so-called stars were like flat universes that had multiple realms inside of them. Like I wanted to go into a specific universe, Zeta Reticuli, and I don't know which realm I wanted to go into in there, but each so-called star is the way I saw it was like a completely different universe that I could dip in and out of that had multiple different realms inside of it. It was just weird. That's
Hey, sister, that's what we was talking about. For real. It's not weird. Trust.
No, it's not.
Oh,
Hey,
shoot.
don't
Check
ever,
this out.
don't ever say that. Don't ever say that,
Big
please,
fact.
Auntie Nicole.
yeah, I know.
Over here,
I'm trying to get used to not saying weird. I've been called weird all my life, and I really don't care. But I'm trying not I'm trying to get used to not saying that.
Normal is following a regimen that is not yours.
Auntie Nicole, that's the purpose of Bass Got Books. So, whatever, like, I'm here to expand the mind. And so, whenever someone else can add to the expansion of another's mind, I'm all for it. Don't ever say you thinking weird. Don't ever, don't ever feel weird, and don't ever be afraid to say what you got to say on this live, over here
Appreciate
in
y'all.
this building.
I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, because like I said, I grew up in order to play. Like I grew up strict Puerto Rican. Like I said, my people were strict on me. So in order for me to play sports, I had to make good grades. So ain't no need to bullshit around and just make B's. You might as well just make all A's. So I used to make all A's, right? But when I started to like learn outside of the norm, right? And I used to like regurgitate whatever I used to read that was outside the norm. I used to get this type of shit from my family. Damn, what happened to you? You used to be smart. What the fuck you mean by that? You think I just woke up and was woke up dumb one day? Come on now. Or like, damn, what kind of drugs you on saying some shit like that? Or damn, you crazy as fuck. Damn, you need to be on medication. Damn, you need to go to an
Yeah, I've
asylum
been hearing
just
that
because
all my
I'm on
life.
some crazy. Oh wow, dang, piss pop. I'm sorry, Nicole. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying I've been hearing that all my life.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so look. So you said you've been hearing that all your life. I said I've been hearing that all my life. Sueño said he'd been hearing that all that life, right? So that's three people just today you heard been going through that all their life, right? Imagine how many others in this world have gone through that same shit. Mine so big, mine so like valuable that they can think outside the box of the box that we're supposed to be thinking outside of, right? And have been like degraded, told they were crazy, told they were this, told they were that by the same people that say, yeah, love your ancestors. Well, what if this is my ancestors talking to me? You see what I'm saying? This is why over here on Bass Got Books, we we don't we don't discriminate against any like wild thought. You see what I'm saying? Or any could be or any possibility. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
But yeah, that was for somebody just came in and was like, what book I was reading out of. I just wanted to show you that if you stick around, the other books that we're going to read after this book. Um, and in case you wanted to know, like, the previous chapters, you can go onto my YouTube, Bass Got Books. Bass Got Books. Somebody put it in the chat for me, please. But yeah, Bass Got Books on YouTube, and you can catch previous episodes of Bass Got Books Season 1. What? What? That's a little ass ant. You see how big you are? That's a little ass ant. You're welcome, baby. But yeah, stick around and you will be able to, I already read this one, so go check me out on YouTube, That's Got Books. We're gonna get into this one, and we're gonna get into this one. What? Where the hell are you finding these ants? You bigger than them. Quit being scared. You bigger than the ant. What? You like 5,328 times bigger than the ant. Leave it alone. But it's okay. I kissed it. Yeah, that's the other one. And this is what we in right now. So yeah. Amazon.com. Well, Amazon right now they're like 40% off. So like you can get all three books for like $45. So yeah, in case you wanted to read ahead, in case you wanted to add it to your own collection.
I had to go tend to the fam, so I missed everything.
Well, luckily I have a YouTube channel now, so go subscribe to me on YouTube at Bass Got Books.
Oh, so it's gonna be over there.
Yeah, every time I go live, the same night it's gonna be posted on YouTube.
All right.
But I ain't read nothing. I just been rambling. So we're about to get in it right now. Look, vibrations. Look, we on the same wavelength. I just been running my mouth, and I was wondering while I was talking so much, and that was the reason because I knew you was away from the phone. So, but you see what it says: the infiltrators, the infiltrators double, so do the problems.
Yeah, there
So
are
you
definitely
see,
infiltrators everywhere. There are infiltrators everywhere.
for instance,
Everywhere.
do you ever notice the
Oh
lives that
yeah,
we?
that's what I forgot to do. I forgot to give you my perspective of during a reset of what was going on when I was alive.
Yeah, go ahead. You got the floor. Good. I'll go smoke real quick. Go ahead. You got the floor.
All right, so during that reset, I was born around the time like the differences between the sexes like were like becoming very apparent because at first like even if you was a man or female, no one um no one took it to the extreme like how they do today, if that makes sense.
Yes, that
Everyone
makes
just everyone thank you. Everyone just minded their own fucking business until you had a certain group of beings or whatever the fuck you want to call them. They started to disagree with how people was trying to come up in the world. And just like in the book says, you're not supposed to mess with people's free will. So you end up suffering the consequences. And because the frequency was much higher at that point, when you suffer those consequences, the consequences can be dire. Depending on what was created, what was conjured, how it was conjured, and when it was conjured. Yeah, the infiltration of certain priestess groups, certain priest groups. Um, what will the mages, what will later be called the magi, and later that the magicians, and then you have the modern priests. But I digress. Yeah, it was definitely a lot of infiltration, especially dealing with the religious background of spirituality. That's when people start to put like, ideology or false idolship, false light into whatever the doctrine is at the
All right, whoever just sent in the guest request and it quickly went away, send it back in. I told you I'm standing outside smoking, so send it back in. Everybody,
I,
welcome Shabbat, uh, uh, Israel. Everybody, welcome Israel to the show. Israel,
peace, sister.
welcome.
hello, hello.
If you don't mind, introduce yourself, and you can go on with whatever you have to say, buddy. Are you there, Israel? Israel, are you there? Peace, Yusuf. Peace, Yusuf. Can anybody hear me?
We can hear
can
you.
hear you.
Israel,
Israel, Shabbat Zalet, Shabbat Zalet, are you there?
in moderation. Actually,
Hey Google, what time is it?
All right, I'm gonna drop you down. Feel free to come back up.
Can I ask
Uh,
Seven a question?
Absolutely, go ahead.
Okay, Seven, what do you know about when there was a time when people were literally, I have heard y'all talk about the giant trees, but those trees were homes. Those trees were like whole communities. Let's say states or whatever. They were that big. I ain't gonna say states. Let's say
Hmm.
cities. But they were that big, and something happened. I mean, it was like catastrophic, and there was a massive disconnect. But those trees were like skyscrapers today, homes. Do you know anything about that?
Yes,
Before you answer seven, I just want to say, I'm a '90s baby. Growing up, them trees that were cut and they were left like mounds. They taught us that those were called plateaus. Do y'all remember?
yeah,
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 But
yeah. That's what they told us. That's what
they
they
were
told
fucking
us.
tree stumps, bro.
that's what they told
They
us in
the
the
whole time
70s,
they
but
were
it
tree
didn't.
stumps.
That's what they told us in the 70s, but it didn't make sense to me because I knew that I had that memory of trees being like destroyed, like homes, like neighborhoods.
Oh yeah, when you look at Norse mythology or like in some descriptions of what the cosmology of the universe looks like, yeah, there is a group of beings that walk on clouds because walking on clouds is like walking on earth to them. So their element is ether and air. That allows them to be solidified by walking on clouds. We have a different element for us, so it's earth and ether. So mind you, the less dense you are, you'll be able to see more anatomies or more frequencies of color. The more dense you are, you'll only be able to see seven frequencies of color.
Ouch. I'm sorry.
I have,
I just stumped my damn toe.
But
I
Go
have,
ahead.
the trees they operated on a different type of frequency. They were giant. Trust and believe they were giant. That's where you get the story of Jack and the Beanstalk, the name Arawak, Arawak. That's how you get
oh,
some myth stories of
oh, I got
Skywalkers.
to walk around. I'm sorry. Did you say the word again? The A word you just said?
Yeah, Arawak, Arawak.
Oh, that is so much confirmation. Okay.
Yeah, it's literally from like people who literally made their homes in the trees that existed in the cloud. And because they were able to, see from a higher perspective, they were able to see more. It gives them more intuition. So I would want to say the taller you are, it's more insight to what a god could be, pretty much, right? If that makes sense.
It
So
it kind.
the bigger your conscious is, I'm sorry, the bigger your conscious is, the bigger your spiritual body is. And your spiritual body can manifest itself on earth. But if you're something like Galactus, then you're strictly a spiritual being.
I'm 5 feet tall, but I have a. My ancestors been telling me to say that word Arawak, Arawak, Arawak. Like, what does that mean? I'm thinking, is that some kind of American Indian tribe that I don't know anything about? But I keep getting that word. But I'm like 5 feet tall, but I have a spiritual connection that is I can't explain. I can't explain it.
What?
It's okay.
Truck.
I don't know. I feel like right now I feel like I'm making it more complex than what it needs to be. But it's very simple once you start analyzing certain points of view and how people say certain things. You could do that in a simple conversation, and you'll be able to figure out who's lying to you. That's what made the ancestors, the OG.
I had somebody try to tell me I think your ancestors are lying to you.
Oh, don't get me wrong. Some of them will lie to you.
Oh,
Some of them will lie to you.
best believe. I know that. That's why I try to make myself. I want the ones that are here for me.
Yes,
You
it's
know,
possible.
Matt's got books,
This
right?
might be the first time here.
Hey, Nicole. Auntie Nicole. You
Yes.
know, Bass got books, right? Let's take a ping.
What?
That's
Mm,
what's up. That's what's up.
that is crazy. I've been hearing that word in my mind for like a week and a half. Just airwalk, 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 and that's it. That's the word. And it's got them feathers. Okay.
Oh yeah, we used to have birds here that were like fucking. I can't even describe it, but that bird that's right there on his hand, that bird actually has orange feathers, red feathers, light green feathers all mixed in it.
And then look at the bird's color, right? Look at the color of his.
Like
But
mythical creatures used to live with us for real, for real.
what? Hey, what? Can you see that? Can you see that on the bottom, Nicole? Read that for us real quick. Read that
The
for us.
history and legacy of the indigenous natives in South America and the Caribbean. Wow. I look just like those Olmec heads, y'all. Y'all can look at my profile. Look at my page. I look just like those Olmec heads. That word, Arawak.
What?
Thank y'all. I love y'all.
Hey,
I love my people so much. I love y'all.
Auntie Nicole,
Yes.
I told you, Bass got books.
Bass damn show got books. Bass got books for days, y'all. Bass definitely got books. Oh, I'm so grateful to have y'all in my life.
Oh
Mm.
yeah, since we talking about it, we gotta break the spell on us, right? We are the indigenous people of this land. There's indigenous people of each land, but we're the original people of this earth.
Aboriginals,
So
yes.
I would want to say y'all are because I'm technically not from here. I just came here to help y'all out. But yeah, y'all are the original people of the earth, you
I
know?
felt that, Seven.
I remember being brought here, Seven. I remember it so clearly being brought right here to this room. I'm outside. I'm looking at the window that I remember being brought to. I remember standing at that window and I remember feeling so heavy, like I had to weigh 7,000 pounds and I was never going to be able to move again. And I'm at the window screaming at the two beings outside saying, no, wait, I can't. No, wait, I can't. Like, don't wait. Like, this is not. I'm not. I can't stay here. And then I remember my granny picking me up like I was light as a feather, and I'm being perplexed. Like, how is this? How am I feeling so heavy and dense? But it's the same heavy, dense feeling that I feel when I go back into my body after astral projection. It's the same heavy, dense feeling. When you were talking about feeling dense, that I felt that.
Some laws of physics doesn't operate the same when you're dealing with people of a higher state of consciousness. They can lift you up with no problem, even though you might weigh like 5,000 pounds to them, but in their mind you weigh as light as a feather, which is how they're able to pick you up.
It was like before I guess right before, and I don't know if I was a baby or not, because I'm trying to explain to my granny that these people left me here, and she's like, what in the world are you doing in here? She couldn't figure out how I had got in that room. I don't know how big I was, how little I was. I'm trying to explain to her that the people outside are the reason why I'm in this room. But she kept trying to comfort me every time, and it took me until I was an adult to realize that I must have been a baby and I must have been crying when I thought that I was speaking to her, trying to make her understand that, can you go get them people outside so they can, I don't want to be here. You know what I'm saying? I think they left me in the wrong spot. But and it took me a long time to realize that she wasn't ignoring me, that I might have just been a damn baby. I don't know. I was about to say it sounds crazy again, but I'm not saying it because it's just facts. It's just my life.
If you think that's
All right.
crazy, have you heard Terrence Howard?
What'd you say?
If you think that's crazy, have you heard Terrence Howard and what he
Yes.
said?
Do you know that as soon as he said that, me and my daughter both were like, it's like lightning struck us in the head like that. That's why math has never made sense. That's why nothing has never made sense.
I Makul wounded me. This is what we're reading. Um, I'm really trying to finish this book real quick, but damn, I was going to introduce her. She left again. But yeah, if y'all don't mind, I'm trying to breeze through these next 10 pages. I gotta lay the baby down pretty soon. Come here, let me help you. Come here, let
I'm
me help
sorry.
you.
I hope this book
And
said something about the non-lethal genetics talk. I'm
yeah.
tired of people talking about the non-lethal genetics like that's just the supreme thing.
Well, from what I heard, no problem. Makul wounded me. Yeah, we show everybody respect and grace over here. But yeah, like I was in this live, and the way they were explaining how to determine that they were nine ether beings was they added up the numbers of their birthday, and it gave them a specific number, and that would tell what dimension you're from or what ether of a being you are. What? But yeah, so I never really got onto that wave of nine ether and all that type of lingo. But Yeah, I guess nobody else has anything to say because that was a long ass pause. So we're just gonna continue to read, and then at the end of this, we're gonna have like a little dialogue, and then I'm gonna call it quits. But I appreciate everybody being here for another episode of Bass Got Books. This is season one, episode 6.
Mo,
If you if you late to the show, you can catch it on YouTube. It'll be like Terra Infinita Part 5 or something like that, and the description would say season one, episode 6. So yeah, catch me on YouTube if you miss anything. Look, you're getting tired. I need 10 minutes. Okay, I'm trying to find the UFO one. This one, this one, this one. Okay, this one. Okay, you're welcome. You're welcome, baby. Love you. Month, date, and year of what, Maku? But yeah. Um, hold on. What you need the month, year, and date of what? Don't come in here trying to debunk shit, cause achoo. If anybody know Baz, they know what that means. Like sneeze like a block. You know, I ask that question a lot. So yeah,
so what?
don't.
You allergic to bullshit or something?
You say what?
You're allergic to that bullshit too, man?
Hmm.
Yes.
Like whenever I'm a mod, I be telling people sneeze when I can block. But yeah, so what you need the month, date, and year for? I gave you the name of the book. I gave you the name of the book. What you need all that for? It's a series of 3. Nos confunden in Spanish. In English, it means they confused us. I bought the books because I was interested. They confused us. Why not? I've already been confused my whole life. Why not learn why? So I bought the books. This is to be taken however you want to take it, honestly. But yeah, I got like 10 more pages. I'm gonna blow by. I'm gonna pretty much like go through all, the whole book without stopping, pretty much. Um, well, bye, Seven. But yeah, peace, Yusuf. Peace, everybody. This is Bass Got Books, season one, episode 6. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the likes, the shares, the gifts, but most importantly, thank you for giving me a piece of your time to, let me read to you. Let me help expand our glorious minds. YouTube channel, Bass Got Books. That's hella like that's trash language. That's trash like it's supposed to be Bass has books, but I'm trying to be funny. Bass got books, but yeah, here we go. When they leave, the infiltrators double, so do the problems. And you notice whenever we on a live and there's drama, you notice 100, 200, 250 people and just start talking shit out of nowhere. But yeah, you see, we gonna see why. When they least expected it, the custodians had in their most precious colony around 14,000 infiltrated ancestors. This network we created was part of the Morris Butler plan, together with the giant leaders and several races that also participated and still participate in silence for human liberation. Well, Seven, if you whenever you want to, you can just request. I'll let you back up, buddy. We knew the danger of infiltrating these lands. Appreciate that. Um, we knew the danger of infiltrating these lands, as the custodians could never know that this amount was infiltrated, helping and informing many humans about the other worlds and spiritual potential and the true human history. This could cause an immediate reset. Everything was delicate, and we could not be noticed in a treacherous way. At the beginning, it was not a problem. At the beginning, it was not a big problem to overcome the barriers, military bases, custodial technology with radars that even caused earthquakes, and a myriad of obstacles that we knew how to overcome. But not everything was happiness, and we knew that sooner or later it could happen. An alarm went off, earthquake, near what you know as Antarctic Peninsula, or we know as False Antarctica. A group of people traveling from the ancestral republic encountered a military base patrolling the area in an icebreaker. But our people sank the ship when they tried to escape, and this irremediably echoed in the great shapes and the great spheres. They began to chase everyone in every corner you can imagine. Give me 1 second. But if I'm lying, I'm crying. Oh, you did it by yourself? Good job. Say if I'm lying, I'm crying. Um, it goes on to say, I see it, baby truck. Oh, cool. It says, with great lies and excuses, they went into homes in many countries where they feared we were hiding for 10 years or more. They searched for every clue and began to use technology to control the movements of the new humanity. Come on, Facebook, TikTok. You notice how one person danced, now 250 million people dance in the same song and the same dance to control the movements of the new humanity. Although they already had this type of technology, they completely reinforced it after the peninsula incident. All of this complicated the plan, and it was a complete setback since we had people infiltrated in the high spheres, politics, lodges, organizations, companies, universities, etc. This was a bit of an ice water bucket since we had been counteracting with our technology. Any custodial detection in a great advance was being made to be able to finally carry out in a timely manner the transfer of many of the people who were beginning to awaken. Mm. Us, I'm going to say it again. Us, many of the 14,000 had to return. The fear was already a reality, and some ancestors died in the worst possible way as they were sentenced as traitors. I will not detail the many tortures they suffered. Captain Butler returned to our lands in solitude. I will never forget that day. My eyes filled with tears because it was the day I knew I would never embrace my father again. Excuse me. I don't want to say that word, but the death of William Morris, I do it for my family. So if they block me, they block me. But yeah, it says Butler approached my mother and me, crestfallen, and his eyes in blood. He was also wounded in an arm and a leg, whose 10 or 15 meters were the most, those 10 or 15 meters were the most eternal of my life. When he was finally close to us, he looked up and could not hold back his tears. My father had died in the known lands at the hands of custodial military technology near the Antarctic zone. The custodians had delivered to commandos and military leaders of certain countries advanced technology that they did not even know how to use. This was extremely dangerous for all life within the walled lands. In fact, the custodians knew very well that this was a big mistake and put at risk their own colony. I think that although they were experienced in war, they did not handle well that a race could overcome them or the danger that entailed losing those lands. They mistakenly decided to give technology unknown to the new humanity only to help them in quantity against the ancestors who were returning to their lands. Many humans were also doing so with them. The humans were also given knowledge of weather modification and environmental manipulation. The custodians really went into despair. The humans were also given knowledge of weather modification and environmental manipulation. The custodians really went into despair. I don't know if y'all seen that video, but it snowed last year in Saudi Arabia. It
I
snowed in
seen
the
it.
fucking desert,
I seen it.
folks. There's no way to call this book fallacies. There's no way. There is no way to call this book fallacies or false or negative or whatever, because this points to everyday life. You want Masha? Careful. Careful. Y'all give me 1 second. Bossy, being bossy. What? You want to watch somebody eat or a Nissan Skyline? Gracie's Corner? Okay. What? Yeah, Gracie. Give me 1 second. Yeah, somebody, anybody feel free to talk while I'm doing this. Like, feel free or not. It says the ship Iron Blue, where my father was traveling along with some ancestors and humans of the new reset. This what this disinte- disintegrated. Yo, I about killed a brain cell trying to say that. Disintegrated in midair while crossing the Antarctic skies. A large invisible barrier was created by the custodians just before the dome. Of course, this was not known at the time, and many ships were destroyed. To put it simply, they blocked the part of the dome that we had opened by air. Butler was returning with William in another ship and told in detail about the death of my father. Butler managed to survive by a miracle. It was undoubtedly the worst moment of my life, and I really felt a lot of frustration and helplessness towards these lands. At that moment, I lost track of custodian and new humanity. I only thought about it. I thought about if it was really worth my father dying for a cause that seemed lost from the beginning. With time, I understood that now I understand. With time, I understood, and now I understand. I feel it in my heart. I am also a part of these lands, and I know that my father wants it as much as I do now that humanity is freed forever. This technology that the custodians gave to some leaders of the new humanity had also brought several inconveniences within the known lands between countries that used part of this technology to threaten and even attack each other. The use also to make ships, planes, and all kinds of transport disappear. People disappearing, think of that word again, disintegrated to them. All this added to the knowledge given on the manipulation of the climate and the environment was, in short, a chaotic area that continues today. It has been feared since then that humanity would be destroyed in absurd wars with the use of biological weapons, the 19, or that the custodians would decide to reset for fear that they would be exterminated, or even that humans would use this technology to attack them. Obviously, the third option was the one that was farthest from happening. Hey, I'm not talking about frequency weapons, OG. I didn't say this. Bash just reading, but yeah, that's what it looks like, don't it? Earlier in this book, which you can catch on YouTube, Bass Got Books. It talked about how people were petrified and shit like that. Yes, David, the fachet. This is this is on the like what 17th account that they done brought up some kind of like fachet type shit. So if y'all don't know what the fachet is, the only thing there is to do is go check out David Ketsap's page or pages. It's the only thing there is to do. That's the only thing I know to do. Go watch his videos. Go watch his lives. Go watch Bass Got Books on YouTube, season 6, where we just read about the petrified people, and it's all gonna make it click, baby. It's gonna make it click. Oh, so OG Tribe being David's lives. You see, OG Tribe being David's lives. He was looking for the word. David just jumped out and said "fachet." He was like, "Yep, that's the word I'm looking for." You see, you see what happens when you watch everybody's lives. You can correlate thousands of dots. Peace, Dave. Peace. Let me give you a little follow, OG Tribe. Oh well, shit, you ain't even follow me. Alright. But yeah, we're just gonna continue reading. I only got like what 2, 3 pages, I think, and then we on to the next one here on Bass Got Books, season 1. It says turning the human form into eternal freedom. So the whole book's been talking about fighting for humanity's freedom. So if turning the human form into eternal freedom, that means what? We're the human form. It says, hold on, I'm about to cough. I just hit the hell out of this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It says, I understand that you may be wondering, so where did the whole plan go? And it is a question I want to answer before I finish. It says changes are going to happen. The plan was never abandoned. In fact, after my father's death, it impacted the Republic more as William well more as William was well loved along with Butler, and they represented the face of freedom and the direct link to the known lands. The fight against the custodians never ceased, and we remain steadfast or, or steadfast against their oppression, manipulation, and controls of these lands, as well as other races. Unfortunately, we could not we could not move to the next phase yet because this takes time. The new humanity has a long way to go on its spiritual path. We just beginning, folks. We are just beginning. The new humanity has a long way to go on its spiritual path. First, it must free itself from its own mind, which controls it and does not leave it even a second to breathe, to be able to silence those inner voices that are nothing more than a custodial control that they have implanted since the beginning of this last cycle. The thousands of thoughts that come into your minds control you and many times break your dreams. Most of them are simply negative thoughts. The competition you are subjected to and the division between you for almost every cause that takes place here are really exhausting and can lead you to an easy path of surrender. This energy drain and sense of constant struggle to any race on any world would have wiped you out long ago, and you are still standing. It only remains for the majority to know where the real enemy is. The macabre psychological games that generate division among you, and to this, and to break this control and conditioning. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? Screenshot that. Screenshot that. Make videos of that last paragraph. You know, Take a screenshot of that. Make videos of that. Repost, retag, retweet. Uh, Follow me on on YouTube. Bass Got Books. I'd hope to have, I've seen 50 people in here at one point in time. So I hope to see at least 50 subscribers to YouTube, just in case you miss an episode of Bass Got Books. Your daily, uh, your daily morning, brain tickler is what I'm going to start calling it. Your daily morning brain tickler. That's what I'm going to call it. Excuse me. Your daily rising brain tickler. That's what it is. Appreciate that, OG Tribe. I appreciate that. Yeah, this is my call. I appreciate that, Spanker Ho. You give me all these compliments. I would hope to see that you subscribe to my YouTube channel, That's Got Books. But to get back to it, hold on. We got well, we have. Oh shit! This is the last pages. So listen, Bass Got Books. Somebody help me out and put it in the chat, please. Bass Got Books. But yeah, really listen because they are talking to us, the new humanity. They are talking. The new humanity has an admirable resistance to adversity and infinite potential for spiritual growth, which is something we must exploit and can be taught from an early age. They will instead try to manipulate the children with weapons and distraction, bombard their minds, and continue to try to create robots that follow their dogmas and patterns without question. They will use the usual, the big media, the men and women recognized by degrees that are only given in the corrupt universities that they call distinguished or outstanding, of which very have few access. They will also use the manipulated part of science, and anyone who gets in their way, they will try to ridicule them first and then attack them in every possible way. Huh? What? Oh, you want a cookie? She said, Pookie. I was like, what the hell you hear that word from? Here, you want a cookie? Damn, y'all already tore them up. Don't y'all hate when the kids tear something up, but don't throw the box away? So you think there's like one left in there, and you got it saved for like the next day. Don't even look at it. Don't even know. And then when you get to it, that shit gone.
That will break your heart. That will break your heart.
I just knew that was gonna be my breakfast. That shit hurt. Look, I don't even want to read. Nah, I'm fucking with you. But if y'all notice, the last three sentences that I read, that does not describe the everyday life of people like you and I. That's on this higher knowledge. That's in this what Lo say, the Higher Learning Book Club. Because yes, Baz Got Books is a member of the of Los's Higher Member Book Club. If y'all didn't know, but these last three sentences, listen to it. I'm gonna read it again because I don't think y'all listening.
Hey,
I ain't seen no screen taps.
rewind.
The new human. I'm gonna quit eating this granola bar. Some shit just shot across the damn room out of my mouth. Trying to eat that damn granola bar. But the new humanity has an admirable. Listen to me. An admirable resistance to adversity and infinite potential. No, this one is mine. I just gave you a half of one. I eat the other half. Get back here. Here. It says the new humanity has an admirable resistance to adversity an infinite potential for spiritual growth, which is something we must exploit and can be taught from an early age. They will instead try to manipulate the children with weapons and distractions, bombard their minds, and continue to try. Yeah, you don't hit your head. I heard it. It hurt, didn't it? It hurt. But you're a bass player, so it's big. So get back. It says bombard their minds and continue to try to create robots that follow their dogmas and patterns without question. Sounds like everyday life. They will use the usual, the big media, the men and women recognized by degrees that are only given in the corrupt universities that they call distinguished or outstanding, of which very few have access. Sounds like everyday life. They will also use the manipulated part of science, the quote unquote pseudoscience that they say that we use, and anyone who gets in their way, they will try to ridicule them first and then attack them in every way possible. Chaos agents, whenever we say, oh, whenever things are going good and then we have people jump up and start talking negative shit to us. Look, this book talking about it. Every possible way. I do not mean to leave studies or the universities, but on the contrary, maybe one of the ways would be to enter there and be the best in each field to be able to modify from within everything that is corrupted or manipulated by them. Anyway, we have a totally different system than the current one in these lands. Rafi, get ready. We're going to go night-night because you're not watching TV. Excuse me. Last page, everybody. Last page. It says, within our plan. Ooh, ooh. I was about to stutter bad right there. I'm sorry. Within our plan is also this to be able to enhance the greatness of the real scientific advancement. Unfortunately, the ancestral and giant human advancement was destroyed or simply hidden from the new humanity. We will continue to struggle to make this humanity understand that if they unite in true love, nothing will stop them. What Big Bad Bass say earlier? What did Big Bad Bass say earlier? What I think we're supposed to do. When Spankerho asked that question, that we are going to be the ones that are going to be held responsible to change everything. We got to roll with fucking love. I I told you.
Exactly.
Can you
Exactly.
believe?
Absolutely.
I'm not trying to brag. I'm not asking for more followers or nothing like that. Because honestly, I'd rather keep it this low. That's less bullshit I have to deal with. But how do people have 100,000, 300,000, 5 million followers, and Bass got two, and Bass
Hey,
got
Bad,
2,000, and all he does
Bad,
is trying to talk about love? Yes, sir.
Bad.
Right.
You already know why. They feed off that negative energy, brother. They sleep. You know what I'm saying? The most negative, right? They numbers rise, bruh. We on that high
That's
frequency though. They low
that's my
vibrational.
that's my point exactly. I'm glad. See, sometimes when I talk, I try to like enter it into like somebody mentioning the point that I want to be made, and you did exactly that. That is my point. These people that have all these followers and shit like that, right? I'm not talking about you know who I'm talking about. These people that feed this negative energy, these celebrities, these people that all they do is shake their ass on here. All they do is this damn what you would call unrighteous, I guess you would call it. All this unrighteous shit. Which I'm sorry for cursing, but I don't know. It's just the way I talk. I'm sorry. And I would love to learn how to control my cursing so I can attract more of the youth. But I'm working on it. But as I was saying, like, um, these people that have all these followers and stuff like that, like Swenya said, is the ones that, give off negative energy. And that's what these people want. That's what these, elites, or now that we know about them, the Anunnaki or the custodian, that's what they want. That's what they put these people in our lives for, that exact reason. And that was the point I'm trying to make. You see what I'm saying? Like, notice the motherfuckers that's putting out, notice the rooms that's putting out information, right? Notice the rooms that's putting out information. Notice the rooms
Hmm.
that got drama and then talking about like dramatic shit. Like, I be seeing
Yeah.
shit where it has like a list of like shit and it be saying like, it be like literally like attention grabbing shit. Like, are trans men or are trans men women? That shit is all for, when you see shit like that, that shit is all for clout. That shit is all for likes, gifts, and clout. And eventually, when you get enough follows and likes and shit, TikTok contacts you. TikTok contacts you, and give you, some little benefits is what I'm gonna say. You know. Um, once you go viral, TikTok contacts you. The bigger people contact you. YouTube contacts you personally. Your email starts blowing up personally. You see what I'm saying? Yes, yes, Yusuf. People are after clout, the coins, and the hey, that's mine.
It's like a drug, brother. They get addicted to it, like anything else.
Mm. And notice like when notice like in a room, like for instance, we'll just be chilling. For instance, this happened 2 days ago. I was in Godly's live. That shit was going amazing, right? That shit was going beautiful. And out of nowhere, one random ass, like, negative energy came in there. And I shit you not, that shit went from 30 to 172 viewers in three
Hmm.
minutes of just negative energy, bro.
I was there, G. I was there. You know what I mean? Hey, but they sent her in. She was an agent of chaos, brother. They come to disrupt. Whenever we trying to raise our vibrations, they come in with that negative, low vibration, stagnant energy, brother.
Yeah, and if y'all don't, go follow Chief Golly Man or Godly Man Yazoo, I think is his name. But yeah, go follow the brother. That's a smooth, like, in the nighttime, if you're working and you just want to chill, that's a smooth live to always be into. You just want to remind me you ate my granola bar. You silly. But yeah, yeah, just go and Golly Live, that chill. He got that voice that make you like, sit back and want to smoke or take a shot or drink some wine. Just a overall chill vibe in his live. So yeah, go check out Chief Golly, man. But I'm gonna finish this book. Here we go. Yeah, I can't stand when they do that too. It should be going great. Now one come in, now 160 come in, and now it got everybody blood pressure is rising. You know what I'm saying? Now our hairlines is gonna look like a certain person. You see what I'm saying? That's why I hate that. That's why like I tell my mods on here, I'm not gonna tell you, hey, man, don't block. This could be a learning curve, or hey, don't do that. Hey, don't do. If you deem it necessary, block away, my brothers and my sisters. Block the
Hey,
hell
but
away.
yeah, I do, Bass. It gets no play here, brother. Higher learning, high vibrational only.
Hold on, Capri. I'm gonna make you a mod. But yeah, and it's crazy because like some of them negative energies intentionally follow certain people because they know they can get under their skin, if that makes sense. Does that make sense, y'all?
Yes,
Yes,
it
sir.
makes a whole lot of
And
sense. They
like,
know that they can get certain people riled up and
Hmm.
going. Yep.
yep, yep.
Hey,
And,
I
and,
always
if,
tell
and
people
if
to
you
protect their
notice,
energy, though. You got
And if
to
you
protect your
notice,
That's
energy.
what I've been telling people too, especially the melanated women. Like somebody's trying to take your energy, or somebody's trying to make you spend all of your energy. We need to protect it. We need to protect our energy,
At all
all of
costs.
us.
At all
hey,
costs.
I've been seeing Sueno. I've been seeing Sueno say that shit. Ever since I got on TikTok like a year and a half ago. I've been seeing him say that for the longest, especially on Evergreen Live. Everywhere I
Fact.
go, all you see is Sueno say, "Protect your energy, G." Damn, y'all probably see my man titties and everything. Say that
Crazy.
again, Natalia. Peace, LaRue. Peace, peace, peace. Yeah, Aquarian. They are agents of chaos doing exactly. Capri, did I make you a mod? Capri, comment so I know if you're a mod. Now,
You can make me one too. I'm here every day.
all right. Now when I think about the Indian training schools and stuff like that, you know, via DC Goddess, you know, she put me onto the Indian training schools. Now that I think of that shit, it almost seems like a course or like a subject was chaos. Now that I've done, like I said, I've never been
Absolutely, brother.
around one in real life. I've never seen one in really real life. I've heard
Mhm.
like melanated folk claim it. You know what I'm saying? I've seen melanated folks, but I never seen the Hollywood type of people in real life.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? And now that I'm on TikTok, that shit is like a course that they took
I have an
was
echo. I gotta go
chaos.
out.
Okay. Peace, sister.
Yeah, come back up if you want to. Get
Hey,
away,
Bass,
G.
but
Like we know the boy.
I think you have seen them, but you haven't. You feel me? They everywhere, brother. They everywhere. You know what I mean?
No offense, but when I started relearning how to speak Spanish, I learned Spanish from from one of my Mexican friends named Joaquin. Um, Joaquin and Raphael was his little brother, his little big brother. But yeah, so like really all I've really been around, like the people that, that say they're native and stuff like that, I grew up with, like I told you, I went to like a school that was like half melanated, like 65% melanated and like 30% like Mexican, Salvadorian or Honduran. And then like everybody that was Puerto Rican, white folks. So like I grew up and I like grew up around a lot of like Mexican, Hondurans, and Salvadorians, and like they're the people nowadays that's claiming this Native American shit. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yo, that's wild, G. Native American, not indigenous. That's wild.
Yeah, eat that one. But yeah, I'm almost finished with this book. Then we're gonna have like 10, 15 minutes of like dialogue, and then I'm gonna cut it short, and then it would be on YouTube tonight. But it says within our plan is also this to be able to enhance the greatness of the real scientific advancement. Unfortunately, the ancestral and giant human advancement was destroyed or simply hidden from the new humanity. Tap that screen. Can I get 40,000, please? Can I get 40,000? 40,000 here, 40,000 there. 40,000, 40,000, 45, 40,000. Um, we will continue with the struggle to make this humanity understand that if they unite in true love, nothing will stop them. That their brothers are out there and also in here waiting for the right moment, that we have never forgot them. You got motherfuckers trying to unite with us everywhere. Many lost their lives trying to save them, and it will continue to be so. The ancestral technology will continue looking for the way to end this control. There are many other races that overcame the custodians and were able to free themselves. This is possible, but the human being will not be left easily because he has inside what no other race has. We are the source of life. So all them motherfuckers come from us. We are the source of life. The human being would not be left easily because he has what no other race has. We are the source of life. Okay, Natalia. Okay. Ooh, you shit. Good job. Good job. Let me go wipe your booty. The possible reason for this great dome, and surely the direct connection to other worlds beyond. We are different, and with a potential that few would imagine, with all the conditioning received in a life in these lands. We are still in these lands, and we will continue standing here, fighting together with you. Those who woke up from this bad dream called human form and want to turn it into an eternal freedom. Y'all hear that? Y'all heard it first.
Felt that.
Y'all,
Yeah, I heard
y'all
you, but
heard
I
it
felt.
first here on Bass Got Books. But go ahead, Swenya.
Hey, I appreciate you, Rashad. I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, thanks for the gift,
Peace.
my brothers. Thanks for the
Peace.
gift. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the shares. But most importantly, thanks for the time you let me have of your life. To, let me expand that brain a little bit. But yeah, that was uh that was Terra Infinita, y'all. Infinita. Let me quit using a white boy accent. Yeah, that was Terra Infinita. Tierra Infinita. And yeah, if you missed anything, damn, not Jim. I fuck with you, not Jim. You keep asking me that YouTube again. But yeah, in case you missed it, in case you missed this episode or any episodes, they all posted on YouTube now. So check me out on Bass Got Books on YouTube. But yeah, the floor is open for about 15 minutes, and then the baby gotta go to sleep, aka me and the baby. But yeah,
Hey, Bass. Again, I appreciate you, brother, doing this, man. Forever, I've been wanting to check out this book. You know what I mean? And you did it for me, man. You know, we resonating, we vibing high. And like I said, man, I appreciate you. I can't say it enough. And I appreciate the panel when they were up here, and I appreciate the live, the people in the chat.
I no doubt, man. I told you, like you a great hype man. I told you, without like you and Los and Dave and you know, I, like y'all pressuring me to go live, I wouldn't be doing this. So, you know, I let my mind just be free and just like I was like, damn, what am I gonna call this? I'm gonna call this shit Bass Got Books on the first try. That's what I said. I said I'm gonna call this shit Bass Got Books. And I told you my main purpose of doing this is not for no clout, not for no
Hmm.
gifts. I'm not here to make no money. Um,
Hmm.
I'm not here to make, I'm not here to make enemies or, followers or none of that. I'm just simply here to, help my people expand their mind, to create, bigger imaginations on what could be. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that
Exactly,
was
brother.
Terra Infinita, y'all. Terra Infinita, y'all. Um, my
And
bad, Sonia. But yeah, we could do a little vote. The navigator that crossed the ice wall is a little bit thicker, but 178 the lands of Mars. This one is a little bit thin. We could finish this in we could finish this in one day. In one episode, we could finish this. Um, or we could. I tell you what. I tell you what. Throw tomatoes if you want this one, or give me a fishing rod with a fish on there if you want this one. Okay, got one, got two, got three.
Got four. Got five. So that was damn, which one was it? This one, right? Yeah, the first one was to throw tomatoes. So I guess yeah. Um,
Yes,
what
sir.
is it?
Land of Mars.
So
Lands.
yeah, yeah, the lands of Mars. I guess that's what we in tomorrow. Oh yeah, it is a series, Aquarian. This is season one, episode 6. So like whenever I go to like a different like series of books, it's gonna be a different season. So that way it's easily found on YouTube. But yeah, in
Dope.
case you missed it, I already read this book. It was on one of the YouTube, one of the episodes. I forget. So I already read this one. Different series, but it correlates a lot with all the books. But yeah, we're gonna start tomorrow on this one on a
Hey,
beautiful
bad.
Friday. Happy Holy Day to my Moors tomorrow on Friday. Islam. But yeah, that's what we're gonna get into. But yeah, the floor is open. We got it till 12 o'clock, 12:05. Yeah, anyone's welcome. Yeah, appreciate that, Montez. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, Capri. Tap the screen. Yeah, I appreciate that. Wow, 40,000. Look, hey, look, don't let me down. Tomorrow I'm gonna need 50. I'm gonna need something over 40,000. We can't go backwards, family. That's one thing we can't do. We can't obtain all this knowledge and go backwards. That's what we not gonna do.
Hey, I can't
That's what
operate
we
any other
not
way,
gonna
brother.
do.
Hey, what do you
You say
say?
what now?
I can't operate any other way. Once you know better, you got to do better. You know what I mean? So, and real quick, his YouTube is Bass Got Books, and then like he always says, Bass Got Books. Check him out.
Yeah, check me out. Uh, I hope I see 50 subscribers. Like even if you don't watch the video, even if you attend class every day and you already watch the videos, still go, still go drop a comment, even if it's just a little muscle or a little diamond or a little flame or a little fishing rod with a hook. If I see you with a fishing rod with a hook, I know where you from. I know you from class. Even if you don't necessarily have to watch the videos because you already attend class, go like it. Go. You know what I'm saying? Go let it play. While you doing nothing, while you mowing or something like that. Or go subscribe, even though you don't need to go watch the videos because you watch class, but that helps the algorithm. Now I'm fucking with you. Listen to me to be a YouTuber. If you're still on by the time I get home, I'll wake up. All I come. Yeah, I'm about to get up. I'll be up by 12 o'clock. So 9 o'clock y'all time. So in 12 minutes I'm getting off. But yeah, anybody want to come up? Nobody love me. This guy's a pro. Thanks, Rashad. Yeah, 11 your time. Yeah, going on 12 Eastern. 12 Eastern. I'm cutting it short. 12 Eastern. Appreciate it, not Jim. Thanks, not Jim. But yeah, anybody come up? Get a little dialogue going. Got 12 minutes to spend before this loud baby gotta go to bed. What's the YouTube? BASS space got GOT space BOOKS. Bass got books.
Hey,
They should
brother,
be like 5 videos on there. What you say, Swinyo?
I was gonna say like past couple of I think you've been doing this like every day, right? For past couple of weeks now, or going on about 2 weeks. Um, man, cause I'm on a different time zone. I'm in Cali. So I'll be getting up at like, what is like 6:35. I'm like, man, I'm late. Like if I want to catch you, I gotta be up at like 5, bruh. Wifey be like, you up? I was like, to get this
I
knowledge.
appreciate that. man. Man, you don't understand how much that means to me, bro. Like that really that really like words like that really, make me do this. Not only me, but I'm sure other content creators would love to hear that come out of people's mouths. I appreciate you. I wake up early because of you. I blah 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 because of you. You know what I'm saying? I feel loved. You know.
Likewise, brother. Likewise. Like I said, I appreciate you taking the time out just to educate. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I feel like my whole life I've been educated. Well, I know I've been educated the wrong way. So, I appreciate any time that anybody can give, and you give it all, G.
You want to know what's crazy? What? You sleeping? Okay, we're about to go to bed. But um, early on in my journey, y'all about to laugh, but early on in my journey, and we're talking about maybe like I've always been a weird thinker, but like officially, like reading like adult books and history and shit like that, about 13, 14 years with my homeboy Tone from the group home. We've been sharing knowledge for that long, but for some way, somehow, um, Tone like he found Hidden Colors, right? And we watched that shit, and like we resonated with it, but we knew that wasn't us. It was a beautiful story, but we knew we knew there was some shit that we had to like maneuver around in there. But what really started to like open up my mind on like on the beauties of what not just American Indian and not just African and not just Asian, but what we did as melanated people in the whole was fucking like mind blowing. And I was like, damn, I gotta dig deeper. And like everybody knows, like I used to get into some arguments with people, and like I used to say, nah, like I've been on this like Chile, Peru area for like 6 years, and motherfuckers been arguing me down. Like, no, it's the Yucatan. Like either way you want to put it, we talking about the same people. Yucatan, Chile, Peru. But Chile and Peru is literally the easiest spot. It's on like it's literally like the perfect tropical place to be. So I've been on that type of shit for a while, and like I said, we all started from somewhere. That's why I try not to like be so negative towards like Pan Africans or any type of people, because we all started from that. That all got us that that shit all got our wheels turning. You see what I'm saying? But
Exactly.
we evolve. You see what I'm saying? The mind is supposed to evolve. So if you still think the same way you did 20 years ago when you was in the seventh grade, something is wrong with the research you're doing. You see what I'm saying?
Perfectly said. I gotta feed mine for real. I gotta feed my mind, brother. I can't. Hell, I even trying to kick watching TV and stuff. Like Los Nim was saying, man, like I don't even have a hunger for it anymore. I wake up and it's like I gotta get on these lives, and learn something new, whether it be about my people, whether it be about like what we learning right now. You know what I'm saying? So
Because not only do I feel like it's class, but it's actually entertainment. Like in school, I was one of the motherfuckers that they was like, oh, like he talks a lot, or oh, he's like fidgety and shit like that. You see what I'm saying? So I was one of the, I was one of them. Like I couldn't sit through class, even though I was super smart and made good grades. I used to talk a lot. That was my problem. I used to talk a lot.
yo,
Um,
me too. Hey, I'm an artist by trade. I know I don't really promote that, but I used to draw while my teachers were talking, and all the time they would look at me like, "Put your pencil down. What are you doing?" And they'd be like, or they'll try to test me like, "Do you know the answer?" And then I'll fucking tell them the answer, because what I'm doing is I'm taking notes, and I'm a visual learner. I'm physically drawing the stuff they talking about. So when they come over there, they see my stuff, and it's like me taking notes. G, that's crazy.
I,
I see what
I
you're saying.
Swing yo, can I give you a little promotion opportunity real quick? you can deny or accept. It don't matter to me.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I
Go
want to
ahead,
give you a
brother.
little promotion real quick. Okay, so um, I'll put whatever you draw up, whatever you design, whatever it's gonna be your creation, but either like a cool way that says Bass got books, or like a cool picture of like what you see as my profile picture as right now, a bass. You know what I'm saying? Like
I
a
got you.
picture of a bass and then got books, or like just in words, Bass got books with a picture, but anything you could think of, bro. And I'll promote you, and I'll put you as my what's it called? My emblem. My what's it called?
Your icon,
you
your
know,
logo.
yeah, my
Yeah,
icon. Yeah, my logo will be whatever you design, bro. And make sure you put swing your 81 big, so they'll know who did it.
I got you, brother. Hey, I just put my on this page. I just put my my IG. So if you want to peep out my work, yeah, I got tons of work on there.
Hey, I already looked through your page, man, and I seen your drawing. That's why I'm giving you this opportunity to design whatever you want, bro. If you want to, like, I'm not telling you you have to. I'm just saying if you want to get your name out there for drawing, if you eventually, want to do graphic designs, you can be like, yo, you ever heard of Bascot Books? Yeah, I designed his blah 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 for him.
I
You know,
appreciate it. I appreciate you.
yeah, yeah. Uh, got like 3 minutes. I guess nobody else wanted to come up here. Out of darkness. I'm a screenshot that, Yusuf. Out of darkness is a good thing to watch. Yeah, not Jim. Yeah, man. Thank you for being here. But yeah, I guess nobody want to talk to me. Uh,
It's a lot of knowledge. They digesting it.
yeah, but shit. Tomorrow's Friday. Uh, I'm gonna see because I don't want to hold nobody up. So I don't know if I want to go live tomorrow or not. I don't want my beautiful voice to get hoarse.
Well,
But
you have the perfect voice. Trust. You have the perfect voice for communicating this. So you good.
well, yeah, I guess yeah, Masha. Yeah, I guess that nobody came up here in the last 10 minutes to join me on Bass Got Books. I'm gonna end it here. I want to thank everybody that joined me on the panel. Dropped some beautiful gems for us. Um, I want to thank y'all for all the likes, the comments, the inspiration, the gifts. Did I say the likes? Did I say the likes? Because y'all got
Yes,
me
you
up to
did.
42,000. So yeah,
You
let me
did.
let me make sure I said let me make sure I said thank you for the likes, because y'all got me up to 42,000. Y'all did better than yesterday, and y'all got me like 40. I think it was like 41.2, and today we have 42.3. So you see how we do when we love each other. You get love right back. You know. But I feel super love with all them lights. So that's a lot of thumb taps, that's a lot of thumb taps. Now, hey, thank you, thank you,
Mhm.
thank you. Like I said, I had some inspiration from a lot of people that I would like to consider friends that I met off of here. So if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't really be going live.
Mhm.
So,
Yes, sir.
but yeah, thank you for joining me on season one, episode 6 of Bass Got Books, where we completed this book right here, Terra Infinita. Join me, if not tomorrow, if you don't see me on live by 9 o'clock tomorrow or 9:30, that means I'm not going live tomorrow. But That means Saturday I will be live. I'll still be joining people's lives, but I personally won't be going live. But yeah, season 1, episode 6 of Bass Got Live, Bass Got Books. We finished that book up. Um, yeah, episode 7 is gonna be this one. So yeah, thanks for the likes, the gifts, and most important, thank you for letting me get some of your time out of your day and let me, stretch that brain out a little bit. But
Hmm.
yeah, Swenya, anything left to say?
Hey, again, Bascot Books, check them out.
Hey,
Y'all know what
yeah.
y'all missing.
Yeah, I forgot that. Look, I forgot. Bass got books on YouTube. Check me out. In case you missed like an episode or early on in this live, you can check me out on Bass got books. All right, y'all. Peace.